Okay, so I need you to think about the last time you said no to them. Not a maybe, not a let me think about it, a real no. How long did it take before you started explaining yourself? 10 seconds? 5? Did you even finish the word before the apology was already coming out behind it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Because that's what they trained you to do. Here's the thing nobody tells you about narcissists and the word no. It's not that they hate it. Hate would be too simple. What actually happens when you say it, a real one, a quiet one that doesn't come with 3 paragraphs of justification stapled to the back of it, is something way more interesting than hate. They freeze. Not for long, a second, maybe less, but it's there, if you know to look for it. This tiny gap where their whole system just stalls. Like a vending machine that got the wrong input and doesn't know which error message to run. And I want to talk about why. Because when you understand what's actually happening in that moment, no becomes a completely different word. So here's something most people don't know about how a narcissist actually functions day to day. They're not waking up and making a conscious decision to manipulate you. I know that sounds insane, given what you've been through. Just stay with me. What they're doing is more automatic than that, more desperate. They move through life running this constant background process. Am I still exceptional? Am I still above this? Do the people around me still confirm that? And they need that question answered in the affirmative basically all the time. That's why they need your attention even when they're treating you like garbage. That's why the silent treatment works as a punishment, but them being ignored doesn't. That's why an argument with you is actually better for them than you being completely unbothered. Because you engaging, even furiously, even in tears, even packing your stuff at 2 a.m., is still you confirming that they matter, that they have the power to move you. Your no interrupts all of that. But not the no you've been giving them. I want to be really specific here because this part matters. The no that comes out wrapped in sorry. The no that explains itself before they even ask a question. No, I just feel like maybe it's not a good time, and I totally understand if you need me to. That no doesn't land as a boundary. It lands as an invitation. It's basically you saying no with one hand and handing them a crowbar with the other. The no I'm talking about is quieter than that. It doesn't have that nervous energy underneath it. It's not bracing for impact. It's just a no. Complete sentence. Nothing behind it. Nothing attached. No, that doesn't work for me. And then silence. Not aggressive silence, not pointed silence. Just the ordinary silence of someone who has already finished speaking. That silence is what breaks them. Because here's what they're waiting for after every no you've ever given them. They're waiting for the crack. The tiny shift in your face that tells them you're not sure. The follow-up sentence that opens a door. The way your voice goes up at the end, like you're asking them for permission to have said it. When none of that comes, they don't have a move. Think about it. Every single tactic they have, the guilt trips, the rage, the playing victim, the bringing other people in to talk to you, the sudden overwhelming kindness that comes out of nowhere, all of it is designed to produce a reaction, any reaction, because any reaction means they still have a signal. They still have something to work with. A calm, complete, unreactive no gives them nothing. And nothing is the one thing they genuinely cannot metabolize. There's actually a term in psychology for what happens to a narcissist when their self-image gets challenged and they can't fight back. Narcissistic collapse. And it doesn't always look like a meltdown. That's the part that trips people up. Sometimes it looks like them suddenly being incredibly reasonable. Sometimes it looks like them disappearing entirely for a while. Sometimes it looks like this weird, almost confused version of them that you've never seen before. That's not them healing. That's the performance breaking down because there's no audience left to perform for. Your no removed the audience. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is easy, because the first time you say a real no and actually hold it, don't chase, don't explain, don't soften it after the fact. It is one of the most uncomfortable things you will ever do. Everything in you has been wired through months or years of this to make that discomfort stop, to say something, to fix the tension, to go back and add the apology that makes the air in the room breathable again. Sitting in that silence instead, letting them have the discomfort this time, that's the whole thing. That's the entire practice. One word, and then the willingness to let it stand. And the weird part, the part I wasn't expecting when I first started really understanding this, is that after a while, it stops feeling like a weapon. It stops being something you have to prepare for. It just becomes the way you talk, the way you move through rooms, the way you exist around people who don't have your best interest at heart. No. Just a word. 2 letters. A complete sentence that doesn't owe anyone an explanation. That's what they were afraid of the whole time. Not a fight, not exposure, not some dramatic confrontation. Just you, finally meaning it. Drop a comment. Tell me the first no that actually held. The shaky one, the terrifying one, the one where your voice was steady, but your hands weren't. Because someone watching this right now is still practicing, still finding it, and your story might be the reason they say it today. See you in the next one.